Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, is this really who I am meant to be? Today, I want to talk to you about something powerful, something that has the ability to change your life completely, the new you. The new you isn't about changing who you are at the surface. It's about digging deep, uncovering the beliefs that hold you back, and stepping boldly into your true potential. Every one of us has been carrying thoughts and habits that no longer serve us. We've accepted limitations, perhaps told ourselves that we're not enough, that we can't achieve certain things, or that it's too late to become what we desire. But the truth is, your past is not your future. Every thought you choose, every belief you nurture, every action you take is a brick in the foundation of the new you. The new you starts with self-awareness. Begin by observing your mind. What are the thoughts that play on repeat? Which ones are empowering and which ones are draining your energy? The new you understands that thoughts are not facts, they are choices. And by choosing better thoughts, you are literally creating a new version of yourself. Next comes action. It's not enough to think about the new you. You must act as if you are already that person. The new you wakes up with purpose. The new you treats challenges as opportunities. The new you refuses to let fear dictate decisions. Every small action repeated consistently compounds into a transformation that others will notice, and more importantly, you will feel. But transformation also requires forgiveness, especially of yourself. The old you may have made, mistakes, may have failed, may have doubted, and that's okay. Those experiences were lessons, not labels. The new you releases regret and replaces it with lessons learned, understanding that every step, even the missteps, is a step forward. And here's the secret. The new you is not a destination. It's a continuous evolution. Each day, you have the opportunity to shed the old patterns, embrace new possibilities, and expand into a version of yourself that is more confident, more capable, and more fulfilled than you ever imagined. The journey of becoming the new you is not easy, and it is not instant. But it is worth every moment. Because when you commit to yourself, when you decide that you are worthy of growth, joy, and success, you step into a life that feels alive, vibrant, and limitless. Today, I challenge you to take one small step toward the new you. Change a thought, take a bold action, release an old habit, or forgive yourself for the past. Every choice matters, and every choice builds the new you, stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. The new you is waiting. Step into it. The journey to the new you begins with one simple but powerful step: self-awareness. Most people go through life on autopilot, reacting to situations without ever pausing to notice the thoughts that run through their minds. These thoughts are like the silent currents beneath the surface of a river. They shape the direction of your life, whether you are aware of them or not. Self-awareness is about learning to observe these currents, to notice what you are thinking, feeling, and believing at any given moment. It is about becoming the conscious witness to your own mind, understanding that not every thought is true, not every feeling needs to control your actions, and not every belief should define your potential. When you start paying attention to yourself in this way, you begin to see patterns. You notice the recurring thoughts that pull you down, the self-limiting beliefs that quietly hold you back, and the fears that disguise themselves as logical reasoning. Some of these patterns are subtle, almost invisible, yet they exert immense influence over your life. Self-awareness allows you to shine a light on them, to examine them, and to ask yourself whether they serve you or hinder you. Becoming aware of your thoughts is only the beginning. You also need to understand your emotions and reactions. How do you respond when things do not go your way? Do you react impulsively, allowing frustration or anger to guide your actions? Or do you pause and respond consciously, choosing a path that aligns with your higher self? Emotions are powerful indicators of your internal state. They tell you what matters to you, what you value, and what may need attention. The new you learns to honor these emotions without being enslaved by them. You observe them, feel them, and then consciously decide how to act, rather than letting them dictate your life. Self-awareness extends beyond the mind and emotions. It reaches into your habits and daily routines. What are the small, repeated actions that define your day? Do these actions move you closer to your goals and the person you want to become, or do they reinforce old patterns that no longer serve you? By becoming aware of your habits, you gain the power to change them, to replace the actions that drain you with actions that elevate you. Every small choice becomes a tool for transformation when approached with awareness. It is also essential to understand the stories you tell yourself. Often, people carry narratives about who they are, what they deserve, and what is possible for them. These stories may have been formed in childhood, shaped by past experiences, or influenced by others' opinions. The new you examines these stories with curiosity and discernment. Are these narratives true, or are they limiting beliefs disguised as facts? Are they helping you grow, or are they keeping you small? By questioning these internal stories, you open the door to rewriting them, to creating beliefs that empower you rather than confine you. Self-awareness is not a one-time exercise, it is a continuous practice. It requires patience, honesty, and a willingness to face uncomfortable truths about yourself. You will discover thoughts you don't like, habits you wish you could change, and emotions that feel overwhelming. But in this process, you also uncover your strengths, your potential, and your capacity for growth. You learn to recognize the moments when you are living in alignment with your true self, and the moments when you are not. You begin to understand that every choice, no matter how small, is an opportunity to move closer to the new you, and that awareness is the key that unlocks all transformation. Your past does not define your future, and this is a truth that many people struggle to fully embrace. We often carry the weight of old mistakes, missed opportunities, and moments of doubt as if they are permanent markers of who we are, yet every experience, every setback, every success is simply part of the journey, not the final destination. The new you understands that the life you live today is not dictated by what has already happened, but by the choices you make in this very moment. Each thought you nurture, each belief you strengthen, and each action you take is a building block in the foundation of your transformation. When you truly grasp this, you free yourself from the chains of regret and limitation, and you open the door to a future that is rich with possibility. Many people define themselves by their past because it feels safe. It is familiar to cling to the version of yourself that you have always known, even if it keeps you small or unfulfilled. But clinging to the past is like trying to drive a car while looking only in the rearview mirror. You miss the road ahead. The new you turns forward, recognizing that while the past has lessons to offer, it does not have the power to dictate your next move. Every moment you spend replaying what could have been is a moment you are not using to create what can be. The choice is yours. Will you continue to be anchored to yesterday, or will you rise into the possibilities of today? Every thought matters. The mind is constantly sending signals, shaping your beliefs and influencing your actions. If you dwell on limitations, doubt, or fear, you create a reality that mirrors those inner convictions. But when you choose thoughts that are empowering, expansive, and aligned with your true potential, you begin to construct a life that reflects those possibilities. The new you understands the power of thought as the blueprint of creation. You become deliberate with your mental focus, nurturing beliefs that serve growth, confidence, and success, and challenging the ones that keep you trapped in patterns that no longer belong to your journey. Action is the bridge between thought and reality. You may change your mind, adjust your beliefs, and cultivate empowering thoughts, but without action, transformation remains abstract. Every small step, every decision that aligns with the life you want to create, compounds into progress. The new you does not wait for the perfect moment or the ideal circumstances to take action. You understand that progress, no matter how incremental, is more powerful than perfection. Each effort builds momentum, gradually shaping a reality that aligns with your vision, a reality where the old limitations fade into irrelevance. Your past can offer lessons, but not limitations. It can teach you what works and what does not, what aligns with your purpose and what distracts you from it. The new you extracts wisdom from experience without letting it harden into regret or fear. You honor the past for the insights it provides, but you refuse to allow it to define your worth, your potential, or your possibilities. You begin to see life as a series of choices, each one a chance to step closer to the person you are becoming. This understanding transforms how you approach challenges and setbacks. Instead of seeing them as evidence of failure, the new you sees them as signals, guidance, and opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You understand that the past cannot predict the future because your future is created moment by moment through intention, focus, and action. Every day is an invitation to move beyond the limitations of who you were, to shed old patterns, and to embrace the person you are capable of becoming. Thinking about the new you is not enough. Transformation requires action, and the new you understands that action is the bridge between desire and reality. It is not enough to dream about the life you want, to imagine yourself confident, successful, or fulfilled. You must act as if you are already that person, stepping into each moment with purpose and intention. Every decision, no matter how small, carries weight when it is aligned with who you are becoming. The new you does not wait for permission, approval, or perfect conditions. You understand that life is happening now, and the only way to move forward is to act, to step boldly into the version of yourself you aspire to be. Action begins with clarity. You cannot act effectively if you are unclear about what you want or who you are trying to become. The new you takes the time to define your goals, to understand your values, and to set intentions that resonate with your deepest desires. This clarity is what transforms ordinary actions into purposeful movements toward transformation. Each choice becomes deliberate, each step becomes meaningful, and each RT compounds over time, creating momentum that propels you closer to the life you envision. The new you also understands the importance of consistency. Transformation is rarely instantaneous. It is built through repeated, intentional action, even when results are not immediately visible. Each day is an opportunity to practice the habits, behaviors, and mindset that support the person you are becoming. Every time you choose courage over fear, patience over impatience, and commitment over complacency, you reinforce the foundation of the new you. Consistency is not glamorous, but it is the engine of growth, turning small daily efforts into profound long-term change. Action is not about perfection. The new you knows that mistakes, missteps, and setbacks are part of the process. You will stumble, you will face challenges, and there will be moments when progress seems slow or invisible. But each action, even if imperfect, carries value. Each attempt teaches a lesson, builds resilience, and strengthens the resolve to continue moving forward. The new you embraces imperfection as a natural part of growth, knowing that bold action outweighs hesitation and progress outweighs stagnation. Courage is essential for action. Stepping into the new you requires leaving behind comfort zones, familiar patterns, and old ways of thinking that no longer serve you. It means taking risks, facing uncertainty, and challenging the voices of doubt that may arise within your mind. The new you understands that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. Every time you take a step forward, even when fear is present, you reinforce the belief that you are capable, worthy, and ready to embrace change. Action also requires alignment with your inner values. The new you does not act out of obligation, expectation, or pressure from others. You act from authenticity, from a deep understanding of who you are and what matters most to you. This alignment ensures that your actions are not only effective, but also fulfilling, creating a sense of purpose and satisfaction that fuels further growth. When your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are in harmony, transformation becomes inevitable. The new you recognizes that action is the true measure of commitment. Desire without action is merely wishful thinking. The life you want, the person you aspire to be, and the dreams you hold are only realized through deliberate, consistent, and courageous action. Each choice you make, each step you take, and each moment you engage fully with intention is a declaration that the new you is emerging, stronger, more capable, and ready to embrace the opportunities that await. Transformation is not complete without forgiveness, and the new you understands that forgiveness, especially of yourself, is essential for true growth. Many people carry the weight of past mistakes, regrets, and failures as though they are permanent stains on their identity, yet this weight only holds you back from stepping fully into the person you are capable of becoming. Forgiveness is not about excusing what happened or pretending it didn't matter. It is about releasing the burden that keeps you tethered to old patterns and beliefs. The new you recognizes that every experience, even those that caused pain or disappointment, carries a lesson. And by embracing forgiveness, you open the door to healing and growth. Self-forgiveness is perhaps the most challenging form because it requires honesty and vulnerability. You must confront the choices you regret, the actions you wish you could undo, and the moments when you allowed fear or doubt to guide your decisions. This process can be uncomfortable, even painful, but it is necessary. The new you does not shy away from this discomfort. Instead, you face it with courage, understanding that the act of forgiving yourself is not a weakness but a demonstration of strength, compassion, and maturity. It is the first step toward freeing your mind from self-judgment and opening your heart to possibility. Holding on to guilt or shame serves no purpose other than to keep you small. It reinforces old patterns, convinces you that change is impossible, and clouds your ability to see opportunities in the present. The new you learns that releasing these burdens does not erase the past, but empowers you to move forward with clarity and confidence. Each time you choose forgiveness over blame, understanding over resentment, and compassion over criticism, you create space for the new you to emerge. Forgiveness becomes a tool for transformation, a key that unlocks doors previously closed by fear or regret. It is also important to recognize that forgiveness is not a one-time act. It is a practice. You may find that old wounds or regrets resurface, that the mind returns to patterns of self-criticism, or that the heart struggles to fully release resentment. The new you approaches this process with patience and persistence. You remind yourself that growth is gradual, that each attempt to forgive is progress, and that transformation is strengthened by consistency. The more you practice forgiveness, the more natural it becomes, and the lighter your mind and spirit feel, allowing creativity, confidence, and joy to flourish. Forgiveness extends beyond yourself as well. The new you understands that harboring anger, resentment, or judgment toward others only keeps you tied to negativity and limits your capacity for growth. When you release these feelings, you reclaim your energy, focus, and peace of mind. You understand that forgiving others is not about condoning their actions, but about liberating yourself from the emotional chains that prevent you from evolving. This act of release opens your heart and mind to new possibilities, healthier relationships, and a deeper sense of inner freedom. Ultimately, the new you recognizes that forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. It is an acknowledgement that you deserve to move forward, to grow, and to create a life that reflects your highest potential. By forgiving yourself and others, you clear the path for transformation, allowing your actions, thoughts, and beliefs to align with the person you are becoming. Forgiveness becomes a catalyst for change, a bridge between the limitations of the past and the limitless possibilities of your future. It is an act of courage, self-love, and conscious choice that shapes the foundation of the new you. Becoming the new you is not a destination, it is a continuous journey of growth, choice, and evolution. Many people approach transformation as if it is a single event, a moment when everything suddenly changes and the new version of themselves magically appears. The truth is that transformation is ongoing, and the new you understands that each day, each choice, and each action contributes to the person you are becoming. It is a process of shedding old patterns, embracing new possibilities, and expanding into your potential step by step. Every moment offers an opportunity to grow, to refine your thoughts, and to align your actions with your highest vision of yourself. The continuous nature of transformation means that the new you is always learning. You understand that life is a series of lessons, each designed to help you uncover more of who you truly are. Experiences that once felt like obstacles or failures are now seen as opportunities for insight and growth. The new you views challenges as guides, not punishments, and every difficulty becomes a teacher. This mindset allows you to approach life with curiosity rather than fear, openness rather than resistance, and determination rather than hesitation. You recognize that evolution is fueled by awareness and reflection, and each lesson integrates into the foundation of your becoming. Choice is at the heart of this continuous evolution. Each decision you make, no matter how small, either reinforces the old patterns or aligns you with the new version of yourself. The new you takes responsibility for these choices, understanding that blaming circumstances or others only delays growth. By consciously choosing thoughts, beliefs, and actions that serve your highest good, you create momentum toward transformation. Even small, consistent choices accumulate over time to produce profound change, and each moment of conscious decision-making strengthens the belief in your ability to shape your life. The journey of the new you also requires patience. Transformation does not happen overnight, and there will be times when progress seems slow or invisible. The new you embraces this patience, understanding that growth is often gradual and imperceptible until it reaches a tipping point. You trust the process, knowing that consistent effort, deliberate action, and alignment with your true values will produce results over time. Impatience and frustration are recognized as signals to return to focus, to recommit to the habits and mindset that support your evolution, and to honor the journey rather than rush the outcome. Evolution also involves adaptability. The new you is not rigid. You are willing to change, to pivot, and to embrace new opportunities as they arise. You recognize that clinging to old ways, outdated beliefs, or comfort zones limits your potential. By staying flexible and open, you allow growth to continue unimpeded, and you position yourself to seize opportunities that may have been invisible before. Adaptability becomes a strength, enabling you to navigate life with resilience and creativity while continuously expanding into your best self. Finally, the new you is deeply connected to purpose. Continuous growth is most powerful when it is aligned with meaning and intention. Every thought, action, and choice is guided by an understanding of what truly matters to you, what brings fulfillment, and what reflects your highest values. This sense of purpose fuels motivation, sustains commitment, and transforms ordinary efforts into extraordinary results. By integrating awareness, choice, patience, adaptability, and purpose, the new you becomes a living embodiment of potential, constantly evolving and embracing life with energy, clarity, and confidence.